The setting, Miami, Florida. With game time only moments away. The 76ers taking on the Heat. For the 76ers, with just one win in their last 9 outings, things haven't come easy for them. It's been frustrating, but they're hoping to carve out a new path tonight. Heat, Sixers, coming right up after this. 2K Sports presents the NBA. Monday Night Basketball is coming right up. On with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Got one more great treat for you folks. Joining us on our broadcast is Shams Charania. Shams, so great to have you with us. Thanks for taking the time to take a seat and join us here courtside.
Star-studded group, the pleasure is all mine. I appreciate you guys so very much for having me aboard.
Look at the smile on Brent Berry's face. He is thrilled to have you here courtside with him.
Absolutely. Super excited about it.
Here's a look at some of the stats for Caleb Martin.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Running the wings, it's Oubre and George. Inside for him, it's Martin next to Embiid. And it's Lowry in at the point. And for the Heat, in the post, it's Jovic and Adebayo. The guard set is Rozier and Hero. And it's Butler in at the 3 spot. Hey, Shams, the Heat seem to always be in that area of making a big move, thinking about a big move, certainly seeing what could be out there. What's your sense? Are they trying to shake up their core right now?
The Heat always feel like they are close to competing and really trying to get to the cusp of winning a championship. The question is, can they find another star player to bring to this group? Are they willing to move the assets? And do they have the complement of pieces to go get that star player? But the Heat, we've seen it over the last 4 or 5 years. They're a team that has one thing in mind, and that's winning a championship.
They can be scary when they get to the playoffs.
Playing the regular season is one thing for this Heat group. They know when the lights are shining the brightest, they can turn it up another level in the playoffs. That's what Eric Spoelstra brings.
The free throw drops for Embiid.
Better than most centers from the line. Embiid exceptional with his hands.
And Embiid drops them both. You know, Shams, you cover transactions all day long, all season long, and the Sixers have not been shy about making moves.
No other team has been more aggressive when you think about trying to figure out this puzzle around Joel Embiid and around Tyrese Maxey. They've always been movers and shakers. This is a franchise that bears watching moving forward, just seeing exactly what moves they make.
They always make headlines. You're exactly right.
You know, and every year, it just seems like Rozier gets better. You see his drive, the hunger, the desire to keep improving.
Embiid with a screen on Rozier. The drive by Lowry. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
When a player gets a feel for that floater, you can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
Pass to Hero. Goes up at the stripe, and he knocks down the jumper.
Hero can beat his opponents from all over the floor. He can get that shot off so quick.
Martin with a screen on Rozier. Here's Lowry. Now Embiid. The 3 from George. Buries the long-range jumper. We have all these great foreign players. Maybe 3 of the top 5 players in the NBA are all foreign players, right? And so much was made of Anthony Edwards. Here's a 22-year-old American player who has maybe the charisma, the game, the everything you could package. It could be our next great player. Is there ever talk around the league about why are European players being so dominant? Where are the great young American players to compete against this great influx of international players?
the grassroots programs, you have to look at what happens abroad and in the States. You have to give a lot of credit to the way that they develop players over in Europe. In any of those regions, they do a great job, and those players are hungry, they're driven, they're passionate. They're trying to get here to the States and play basketball at the highest level in the NBA. And you see at the amateur level, there can be a lot of fluidity, there can be a lot of influx, and players are given so much so soon in America. So to be able to have that chip on your shoulder, to have the passion, and to exude the confidence that Anthony Edwards has, the younger generation of players definitely have someone in Anthony Edwards to look up to.
And it's Butler missing.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Shams, with as often as you've interacted with front offices all over the NBA, have you noticed any changes with how franchises operate with both the players and the media and that relationship and where it may be headed?
Everything has to be more specialized now in the organizations, but you're seeing true partnerships develop with teams and their players, especially their top players. Teams have to pay more attention now to data, to metrics than ever before. And the relationship between top players in the organization, that is very, very important. And the teams that do a good job of managing relationships, of managing expectations, that is clearly what separates the elite teams with the bottom teams. And certainly players in today's generation are very, very polished when it comes to the media.
Oh, you framed that so well. And a wide open look for Hero. Connects from three-point range. Hero's got 5.
Producing from behind the arc, that is huge stuff from Tyler Hero.
Lowry. Another miss by Philadelphia. Miami's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Pass to Jovic. Inside. Here's Adebayo. Good on the bucket.
Bam knowing what to do. He's owning the paint right now.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He wants to talk to his guy. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Drummond's checked in for Joel Embiid. Yabusele comes in for Caleb Martin. Eric Gordon, he's checked in for Oubre. And it's Jackson in for Kyle Lowry. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Adebayo. Yes, Adebayo. Here's Yabusele. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Here's George.
Aggressive defense from Jaquez Jr., putting that body to work.
George, no good. There's Hero with the 3, and Philadelphia grabs the miss.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
George against Jaquez. And Adebayo sends it back.
And Bam with the emphatic block.
And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
And Miami making a change here. Highsmith is checked in. .34 seconds left to play in the first quarter. A three-pointer is right on target.
Yeah, Paul George, no problem pulling up well behind the three-point line to knock him down.
Love outside. Gordon against Robinson. 17 seconds left here in the opening quarter.
Oh, fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly. And the basket by Gordon.
Yeah, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that
one. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. Heat out front. They lead by 4. Live from Miami, you're watching 2K Sports. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And what stands out to you guys from the Heat in this one?
In that first period, they showed a willingness
to make the extra pass.
So much unselfish play out there. The coaching staff has to be thrilled with that.
And things can get so intense when NBA rumors start flying, Shams. You know that. The teams are just kind of holding on sometimes for dear life. What is it like when you break a major NBA story, like you've done numerous times?
It's like when your heart skips a beat, Kevin. It's like when you feel like you are in such a rush and there's a surge of excitement that hits every particle of your body. Every profession obviously has a big payoff, but everything happens so fast. But when it happens, it makes all the hard work worth it, but it certainly brings a great feeling, and I definitely get goosebumps to this day.
You get goosebumps, but the hard work you put in to get that story, I know what you guys go through. It is amazing the hours you spend on it.
365, 24/7.
Wow. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Yabusele out there with Martin. Then there's Gordon. Then there's Embiid. And it's Jackson in at the point guard position. Hey, Shams, it seems like with these younger teams coming, we may be witnessing a transfer of power in the NBA. What do you think?
It's really due to the parity that we're seeing in the league. And we haven't seen this much parity in a really long time. It's wide open for teams in both conferences, in the East and West, to claim that top perch. We have to give the league a lot of credit. There's tons of parity.
Which I think is leading to expansion talk, correct? We've got so much talent right now, we can kind of let it ooze out a little bit to some other areas.
Certainly expansion, a couple more teams in the league, but the league really loves where they're at now. And any given year, anyone can win.
Jaquez with an outstanding effort, not just night to night, but moment to moment.
In the corner, it's Gordon. Pass to McCain. Here's Yabusele. Shot clock at 6. Here's Gordon. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Now, there's some easy offense there. Keep finding looks in that area, and their shooting percentages tonight are going to be off the charts.
Shams, you've been around the NBA for a long time now. Which players do you enjoy watching the most?
Greatness, especially the guys that are regarded among the greatest of all time, like LeBron James, like Stephen Curry, like Kevin Durant. You have to throw those in there. But this is a new era, a new crop. The Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Nikola Jokic, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Have to throw Luka Doncic in there. You have Donovan Mitchell, you have Paolo Banchero, you have Tyrese Halliburton, you have Joel Embiid, you have Tyrese Maxey, Jimmy Butler, you have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Anthony Edwards, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Devin Booker, Zion Williamson, Anthony Davis, De'Aaron Fox, Victor Wembanyama. So let's not have anyone here left out.
All right, they're all fun to watch. And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Bam Adebayo's checked in for Miami. Butler comes in for Tyler Hero. Robinson for 3. Again, the miss by the Heat. The 76ers trail by 3. George with the ball. Doesn't go for it. Great D that time from Adebayo. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, thanks. Bam Adebayo talked about how his mentality has evolved over his career. He said, shoot the ball. I feel like that's been my evolution. It sounds very simple, but I came into this league as a defender. I feel like the progression's been shoot the ball, worry about everything else later. Kevin?
He certainly, DA, is a two-way threat.
And George wants to compete for titles, especially considering that he's in the back half of his career. A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
And Robinson wide open. He shoots. Sinks the triple. Robinson's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for Miami. On the wing, George. Outside, Martin. And finished off by Martin.
And how about Martin just getting up and on the slam?
Shams, it's been fun. And you know what? It's been too short. So you got to promise you're going to come back and give us some more inside information on the NBA. We have loved every second having you here courtside with us tonight.
Sorry I was not able to break any big news on air this time, but you know what? My phone's ringing, so maybe next time.
Let me look at your... Wait a... Hold on. That is big news! Holy cow! Come back sooner than later, okay?
Thank you.
So great to have Shams stop by. You can see his passion for the game in every word he said.
You can't work as hard as Shams does without having a passion for the NBA. It's not easy to be that plugged in.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
And George kicks to Embiid. 30 seconds left here in the second. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got 4 rebounds in this game. Puts it up from 12. Rebound by the 76ers. Up next for him, the Grizzlies at the FedEx Forum. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour.
Well, that's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup.
And so we wrap up the first half. Heat lead by 9. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Jimmy Butler. Jimmy, you have come a long way in the...
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
Welcome, everybody. The story tonight has been a solid showing through the first half for the Miami Heat.
It's all been gravy, baby, and you know I know all the flavors of gravy. Movement, finding good looks, and shooting the ball at a high clip.
Yeah, beautiful execution at the offensive end. They're in firm control of this game from that standpoint, guys.
How many kinds of gravy are there?
There's barbecue, there's pineapple, there's
gravy.
orange.
All right, let's turn now to take a look at how the Eastern Conference is shaping up.
You take a look at the Heat, they've been one of the bigger disappointments so far in the early goings. Some people thought they might be an elite team, and we haven't seen that at all. But the good news is there's still plenty of room and time to turn it around.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You gotta like what Tyler Hero has done in this one.
It's something that isn't his strength, but he's done a great job of finding the open man.
Well, if we were grading playmaking today, it's an A+ from him.
And what about the evolution of Tyrese Maxey? Greg, according to him, he's just getting started.
Well, Kevin, I'd have to agree. I mean, he's got some big shoes to fill with James Harden leaving, but each year this guy has just gotten better. And not only has he matched Harden's production in Philadelphia, I think he's exceeded it.
Hero in at shooting guard with Butler at small forward. In the post, it's Jovic and Adebayo. And it's Rozier in at the 1 spot. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Here's George. A terrific shot on the turnaround. George has got 10 points in the game.
Came into the league when the mid-range was popular. Game shifted to 3, and PG said, I could do that too.
Pass to Jovic. Rozier with the ball. There's Hero with the 3. Rebound by Joel Embiid. Embiid's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And here's George for 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. George has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, the talk at halftime must have been a good one. Right now, 3 straight buckets to start the quarter.
Butler feeling it out a bit. Pass to Jovic. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. The 76ers trail by 4. Martin attacking.
What you like about Martin is he's an opportunist. He finds the lane, and he hits it.
Rozier up top, now recovering. Rozier kicks to Butler. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Hero, that's a two-pointer. Miami no good on that time either.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Executing to perfection right now offensively.
I mean, in total sync. Good luck trying to stop him now.
They get the rebound. Embiid, the pass to George. The putback. And Embiid detonates for the putback slam.
And talk about effort. Embiid staying with that one.
Miami with the ball. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand. Pass to Jovic. Adebayo with a screen for Rozier. To the inside. And just miss after miss right now.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Outside, Martin. Here's Embiid. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. So Rozier will bring it up for the Heat. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Pass to Hero. From the arc. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Philadelphia with the ball. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. Well, Branson's entering the NBA. Tyler Hero has been a constant scoring threat.
Yeah, Kevin, the scoring for Tyler Hero is always going to be there. He is a bucket, but the defensive improvement and really just the physicality that he needs to play with. Those are areas that Tyler could shore up a little bit to make sure he's on the floor for some of the biggest moments of a season.
And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Robinson's checked in for Terry Rozier. And then for Philadelphia, Andre Drummond's checked in for Joel Embiid. Abusele comes in for Martin. And Gordon subbed in for Oubre. The shot by Adebayo, no good. The 76ers lead. Now, here is George. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
For the early years when Paul George came into the league with the Pacers, you wondered how his frame would fill out. It's filled out nicely.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
That free throw good from George. It is incredible that George is playing, Brent, at such a high level after his injury history is taken into account.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, one of the more horrific injuries in terms of the way it presented itself and what we saw Paul George go through. But this guy has not missed a beat. He continues to be really the most stable part of any organization that he's joined, and he's been in a few places. That has not affected the way that he's approached the game on both ends of the floor, and is certainly still one of the top 15 players in the game.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, the Heat are always a tough-minded bunch. Jimmy Butler says, I just think nobody cares on our team. Make or miss shots, we're going to be who we are because we're not worried about anybody else. So that's what I think it is, the I don't give a darn factor. I'm paraphrasing, Kevin. You get the picture.
I do, David. You are G-rated. Hey, thank you, D.A. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. It's stolen by Lowry. Gordon against Robinson. Gordon dishes to Drummond. Drummond sets the screen for George. Again, Philadelphia.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Trailing to start the quarter, they battled hard and pulled off a tremendous comeback, now enjoying the lead. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard. Put the pass right on the money.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. Taking a look at the 76ers. Martin is out there with Yabusele. Then it's Joel Embiid. Then there's Gordon. And it's Jackson in at the point.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Here's Embiid. Love grabs the board.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
And just over 6 feet, Rozier plays bigger than that height. He has that great underdog mentality fighting through the foul.
That's good from Rozier. And you watch Terry Rozier. His playmaking, Brent, has really ascended over the years.
Yeah, Terry has had a really good career and has been a little bit quiet and muted because of where he has played his career. But his opportunity as a secondary role guy to come in and score the basketball and put pressure on the defense, he is a go-to guy for stretches for any team.
Here's Rozier, and it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Outside Gordon. Pass to Jackson. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Fades. No good on that one.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Now Hawkins. Miami no good on that time either. Final quarter of play, about 1.5 minutes off the clock into it. Gordon up on top. Yabusele passes to Embiid. This is where Embiid wants the ball.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. A different look for Miami. Nikola Jovic is checked in for Love. Jimmy Butler comes in for Jaime Hawkins. And it's Tyler Hero in for Duncan Robinson. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Caleb Martin's checked in for Yabusele. Paul George comes in for Martin. Kelly Oubre's checked in for Gordon. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Reggie Jackson. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address the team. He told us, guys, I need you all to come together right now on both ends. This game is not over, and you need to go out there and take control now. We'll see how it looks coming out of the timeout. Guys?
Thank you, David.
And with their hot shooting here in the second half, their field goal percentage over 50% now for the game.
Hero, no good.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Oubre, right side. And the jam by Oubre.
Yeah, Oubre can get up. How about that one?
Nice job capturing the moment on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure. And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Pass to Embiid. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. Lowry's got 3 assists tonight. For years, it seemed like the league was going to go smaller. But lately, Greg, it seems like size is back in fashion.
Yeah, I mean, look at the MVP award, right? Centers and Jokic and Embiid winning it recently. Even Giannis, I wouldn't consider him small. And just overall around the NBA, it feels like bigger teams are having more success.
Here's George. Second chance effort. Embiid, no good. The Heat trail by 10. Loads it up for Adebayo. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And Bam with great hands there to leap up and time that one.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He has decided it's the right time to talk. look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Here's George. Up again. It's good on the putback. And the 76ers lead by 10.
And really, beyond the skills, you see right there the passion Embiid has, displaying that killer instinct.
Oubre against Hero. To the paint, here's Butler. Butler on the attack.
And that's got to happen if they want to have a chance to turn this thing around. I mean, he needs to just take the game over. I mean, it seems like he's been hesitant to pull the trigger.
A nice shot by George.
Yeah, just not going to get too cute with it here. Get the ball to PG and let PG cook.
Here's Hero. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on George. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
They've shown no let-up. Penetration, knife it inside. The defense has to tighten it up if they want to slow this team down.
Well, another part of what they've done tonight is to get a lot of work done in the mid-range. And that's a shot that a lot of teams are willing to let you take. Well, they've knocked them down.
And Hero drops them both.
And Hero, one of those guys who just rely on coming in and giving you that offensive pop. Does a lot of things for his team on that end of the floor.
Oubre finds Martin. Lowry with the ball. And here's Embiid. Pass to George. Just 4 to shoot. Great D that time from Adebayo. Here's Butler. Takes it inside. And it's Butler with the jam.
And you know it's coming. Jimmy Butler lives to serve up in these moments.
And they go to the intentional foul.
First team foul.
40 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Lowry kicks to George. George double teamed. Baseline try. Count it.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
It's good from beyond the arc. And here's Lowry. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. They've held a 12-point lead early.
Terry Rozier III.
He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6.
Team foul.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game.
And that will add to a healthy lead after that trip to the free throw line.
And the Heat call time here. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And a little late to implement a plan B. This game is a wrap.
Well, I'm going to use the cliche here. You can't take your timeouts with you, so they're going to use it.
Butler finds Rozier. And it's off from 3-point range. So it's Philadelphia now. Here's George. Embiid, the pass to George. Lets it go from deep. Drills it from outside.
George. 3 points.
So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. PG, congratulations coming into the game. What was the focal point?
Defense. I mean, we still allowed too many points. We got to get better on defense. That was the emphasis coming into today. Defense. It's an area we got to improve. But tonight, our offense got us over the hump.
Any way you get the dub is the good way, so congrats on the win. Back to you.
Much appreciated, David. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And now, our player of the game, Joel Embiid.